Good men make mistakes. The words of former U.S. Attorney General Eric Holder in the Washington Post. Holder accusing FBI Director James Comey of violating long-standing Justice Department policies and tradition by revealing the Bureau was investigating emails possibly linked to Hillary Clinton. This, of course, with just days to go before the election. The Democratic leader in the Senate says Comey may have broken the law. Pascal Davis reports.
A trove of newly discovered emails from Hillary Clinton, which the FBI is particularly interested in. The federal agency secured a warrant to search emails that were found on a device belonging to a top Clinton aide, Huma Abedin. They're on the lookout for anything that may contain classified information. With 650,000 emails to search through, investigators will be hard-pushed to find anything before Election Day. It's an unwelcome blow to the Democratic candidate who thought she'd put the controversy behind her when a previous FBI probe into her use of private email server while Secretary of State was closed in July. The decision to investigate the emails has caused outrage by the Democratic leader in the Senate, Harry Reid, who in a letter to Comey says he could have broken the law.
I am writing to inform you that my office has determined that these actions may violate the Hatch Act, which bars FBI officials from using their official authority to influence an election. Through your partisan actions, you may have broken the law.
Meanwhile, the Republican candidate is reveling in the controversy, sure that the FBI will find something damaging in Clinton's emails.
So the 33,000 that she deleted and bleached, I think is going to be in the 650. This is the single biggest scandal since Watergate.
And while Clinton focuses on the final push to the White House, opinion polls conducted before the email controversy surfaced again show her lead against Trump has been narrowing. An ABC News Washington Post national poll published on Sunday shows Clinton clinging on to a 1-point lead.
For more on this, we can now speak to Ian Reifowitz in New York. He's an associate professor of historical studies at the State University of New York's Empire State College. Hello, thank you very much indeed for joining us. Now, we've seen various senior Democrats attacking the head of the FBI. Is this likely to work in Hillary Clinton's favor, do you think?
Well, I think it was something that is necessary for her to do. And it might well have some impact in simply just shifting the media narrative, because the media requires new information every day, every hour, really. So if Hillary Clinton didn't go on the attack, then the information would simply be that the FBI is looking into these emails again. Now there's another angle, at least for the media to focus on, which is the question of whether the FBI director, in doing what he did, was acting in a partisan way, or even perhaps, as Senator Reid's letter, which you mentioned, perhaps even broke the law. I believe Senator Reid mentioned that the FBI director has information and is investigating connections between the Trump campaign and the Russian government, but it hasn't made a similar announcement, something along the lines of, well, we're looking at this, but we don't know exactly what we have yet, which is essentially what the FBI director said last week about the Clinton email business. So I think it was a smart move to push back. It's the first time they pushed back. They haven't been pushing back for months. They haven't been saying for months, oh, you know, the government is persecuting us, the government or the FBI is treating us badly. So it's not as if they've been crying wolf the entire campaign. So by holding that in their back pocket until now, when they really had something serious to deal with, I think was a smart move.
A smart move, but still Donald Trump is benefiting from this, even though, like you say, we don't really know what's in the emails, and the FBI hasn't made that clear. They have hardly any time really to go through the emails before the election. Do you think we'll know more by then?
I do. I mean, I've been following, obviously, the story quite closely, and even this morning, the story has changed. If you notice, over the weekend, the FBI said, well, there's no way we can go through these emails before the election. And then this morning, there was news reported that, well, we're going to devote all of our resources to this and attempt to have something to say before the election. And that was really necessary. I mean, you mentioned Eric Holder's letter. I mean, the idea that you would have an announcement 11 days before the campaign that one of the candidates might have done something wrong, that's really pretty shocking. You've got to have an answer for the electorate before the time that they have to go to vote. But I think you're right. Look, the Trump campaign definitely benefits from this. It gives them energy. It gives them momentum. It means that they don't have to talk about Donald Trump and his sexual harassment, the accusations against him. If you notice, a video came out over the weekend of Trump apparently making unwanted sexual advances at a beauty pageant candidate. Nobody's talking about that today. That's a pretty shocking video, but all we're talking about is the Hillary Clinton email. So definitely it is redounding to Trump's advantage. You mentioned the one poll. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Sorry to interrupt, but we're just running out of time. I just wanted to ask you, these last-minute revelations, they're called October surprises. When you consider that millions of Americans, I understand, have already voted, do they really tend to make a difference? I mean, you said we might have some more information on the emails by Election Day, but could they sway undecided voters?
I don't think it's going to make a big difference unless the FBI comes out and says, we now have evidence that Hillary Clinton did something criminal or truly, truly wrong. Beyond that, I don't see it having a major impact, given that it looks like Hillary Clinton has a sizable enough lead that she could afford to lose 1 or 2 points. And I don't even know that will necessarily be the case. If nothing comes out between now and the election that says she did something really wrong, I really don't think this will have that big of an impact.
All right, Ian Reifowitz, thank you very much indeed for joining us.